Imagine this. You awaken in a dim-lit room, the air thick with the scent of aged parchment and smoldering incense. The walls are etched with symbols, familiar yet foreign, spiraling in chaotic precision. Before you, three ancient books rest on a wooden table. One is bound in blackened leather, filled with myths of forgotten gods, celestial wars, and heroes defying fate. The second is a sacred tome, its pages inscribed with divine laws, prophecies, and commandments that have governed empires. The third is a grimoire, its ink-stained pages whispering secrets of alchemy, not of metal, but of transformation, the transmutation of self into something beyond human. A voice, deep, unseen, whispers, "Choose." Your breath catches. Which book will define your reality? If you believe in the myths, you are a pawn of destiny, shaped by forces beyond your control. If you embrace religion, you become a servant to something greater, bound by faith. But if you follow the path of alchemy, you break free. You defy the gods, the rules, the fate written for you. You become the creator. But what if all three books are lying? What if myths were never just stories, but fragmented truths too dangerous to fully grasp? What if religion was not the pursuit of salvation, but a structure designed to keep chaos at bay? And what if alchemy, long dismissed as primitive science, was never about gold, but about unlocking something humanity was never meant to touch? Ask yourself, do you believe because you have seen, or because you have been told? Is your reality your own, or was it constructed for you? Are you seeking truth, or merely comfort? For centuries, three forces, myth, religion, and alchemy, have shaped the human mind. We have waged wars over sacred texts, built monuments to unseen gods, and silenced those who dared to seek the hidden path. But there is a truth buried beneath the ruins of lost civilizations, hidden in the whispers of condemned mystics. Power does not belong to those who seek truth. Power belongs to those who control it. And so, the question lingers. What if your entire understanding of reality has been designed to keep you from discovering what you are truly capable of? Outside the room, something stirs, something that does not want you to turn the page, but you must, because once you ask the question, there is no going back. The hidden problem and its psychological roots. A shadow moves in the corner of your mind. You feel it, not as a presence, but as an absence, a missing piece, a gap in the puzzle of existence, something that has been deliberately concealed from you. The weight of history presses down. The stories we tell, the faiths we uphold, the symbols we revere, they shape us. But have you ever asked yourself, who decided what you should believe? Myth, religion, and alchemy are not just abstract ideas. They are structures of control, mechanisms that shape thought, dictate morality, and define the boundaries of possibility. To understand them, you must step outside their grasp. You must become the outsider, the observer looking into the machine. But here's the cruel paradox. You cannot escape a prison you don't know you're in. Psychologists have long studied the way belief systems condition human thought. Carl Jung spoke of the collective unconscious, the vast reservoir of inherited symbols and myths that dictate how we interpret reality. Friedrich Nietzsche warned that religion was a system of imposed morality, designed not to enlighten, but to subjugate. Jean-Paul Sartre argued that we live in bad faith, blindly accepting the roles assigned to us rather than forging our own truths. Look around. The echoes of these ideas are everywhere. Myth tells us that fate is written, that our lives follow the same patterns as ancient heroes and cursed kings. We are born into a cosmic story beyond our control. Religion tells us we are broken, sinful, in need of salvation. It offers order, purpose, but only through obedience. Alchemy whispers something different. It suggests that transformation is possible, that reality itself is malleable. But here's the problem. True transformation is dangerous. Those who seek to rewrite the rules, threaten the system itself. This is why the great seekers, the Prometheans, the Lucifers, the alchemists, are cast as villains. They did not accept the world as it was given to them. They dared to become something else, and for that, they were punished. Ask yourself, what parts of you exist only because someone told you they must? You were not given myths, religion, or alchemy by accident. They were placed in your hands like carefully chosen tools. But tools for what? To liberate you? Or to keep you from ever realizing you were already free? The answer is closer than you think. But to see it, you must look where no one wants you to, because once you see the pattern, you can never unsee it. The unseen consequences. A silence lingers between the pages of history, a silence not of absence but of deliberate omission. What happens when a mind is shaped by forces it cannot see? You are not who you think you are. From the moment you were born, you inherited beliefs that were not your own. The stories passed down through myth, the moral codes instilled by religion, the forbidden whispers of alchemy. All of them have been woven into the fabric of your identity. But did you choose them, or were they chosen for you? This is the hidden consequence of myth, religion, and alchemy. They do not simply influence belief, they dictate what you believe is possible. The unseen trap. The human brain is a machine of pattern recognition, forever searching for meaning in the chaos of existence. Myths provided early civilizations with explanations for the unknown. Gods of thunder, trickster spirits, cosmic wars. These stories gave structure to the incomprehensible. Over time, myths became more than stories. They became laws. Religions built upon these myths took this a step further. They did not simply explain the world, they defined it. They imposed moral order, shaped civilizations, dictated what was sacred and what was forbidden. They turned ideas into absolutes. And alchemy? Alchemy was the outlier. It did not seek to impose order, it sought to dismantle it. Where religion demanded faith, alchemy encouraged rebellion. Where myth told stories of gods, alchemy whispered that humans could become gods themselves. And that was its greatest sin. So they erased it. Alchemy was cast into the realm of pseudoscience, its texts burned, its followers silenced. The idea that one could reshape reality was too dangerous, and yet the shadow of alchemy still lingers in the modern world. Not in laboratories, not in forgotten books, but in a deeper, more insidious form, the illusion of limitation. The silent war for your mind. Look at the world around you. Every structure of power, governments, institutions, ideologies, relies on one fundamental principle. You must believe in the limits they set for you. Myth tells you that you are bound by fate. Religion tells you that you are bound by morality. Alchemy tells you that you are bound by nothing, and that is why it was erased. The true unseen consequence of these forces is not in their teachings, but in the blind acceptance of their authority. They shape not just what you believe, but what you are allowed to believe. So now the question becomes, how do you escape a prison you cannot see? You are closer to the answer than you realize. But to find it, you must do what so many before you have feared to do. You must dismantle everything you've been told, because only then will you see what has been hidden from you all along. The rebellion, how to break free. There is a moment, one single shattering moment, when the illusion cracks. It happens in the quiet, not with a shout, but with a whisper. A creeping doubt slithers into your mind. What if everything I know is a lie? This is the moment of rebellion, not the rebellion of swords or revolutions. No. This war is fought in silence, in the unguarded corridors of the mind, because the greatest chains are the ones you cannot see. But now you see them. The first step, question. The story. Every belief you hold is a story. Myth, religion, alchemy. These were never just external. They were scripts written for you long before you had a voice of your own. But here's the question no one dares to ask. What happens when you stop playing your assigned role? Look at history. Every great transformation began when someone rejected the story. Nietzsche declared that God was dead, not as an insult, but as an observation that faith had been replaced with empty obedience. Jung studied the subconscious, revealing that our myths were never just fiction, but buried fragments of something primal. The alchemists refused to accept reality as fixed. They saw the world not as it was, but as it could be. Rebellion begins when you recognize that belief is a choice. The question is, whose choice is it? The second step: see beyond the illusion. There is a reason alchemy was feared, not because it turned lead into gold, but because it dared to ask, what else can be transformed? The alchemist's secret is this: nothing is fixed, not metal, not the self, not reality. And yet, you have been conditioned to believe otherwise. You have been told that the world is solid, that human nature is immutable, that you are who you are and that cannot change. But if that were true, why does every major power structure, religion, government, ideology, spend so much effort keeping you convinced of it? Because the moment you realize you can change, you become something dangerous. You become untamed. The third step: the forbidden path. Now you stand at the edge. You see the lie for what it is. But what do you do with this knowledge? The old paths will not guide you. Myth tells you to submit. Religion tells you to obey. Science tells you what is possible, but only within the framework it has deemed acceptable. So you must become something else, not a believer, not a skeptic, but something rarer, a seeker. To break free, you must do what the alchemists, the mystics, the rebels did before you. Doubt everything, even yourself, especially yourself. Because only when everything is questioned, everything is the truth revealed. You feel it now, don't you? The unraveling, the quiet terror of realizing that the world is not what you thought it was. Good. That means you're ready. For what comes next? For the final revelation. The ultimate truth, the final, most powerful realization. The room around you is gone. No myths, no religions, no ancient texts whispering forgotten secrets, no cosmic laws dictating your path. There is only you, and the question that has haunted humanity since the dawn of thought: what now? The truth they don't want you to know: you have spent your life searching for meaning, searching for truth, searching for something greater than yourself. But what if the final, most terrifying revelation is that there is no great answer waiting to be found? What if you are the answer? They never wanted you to realize this. The architects of belief, those who crafted the myths, the religions, even the veiled truths of alchemy, they understood something most never will. The greatest power in existence is not knowledge. It is the realization that you can create your own. You were never meant to follow. You were meant to build. The gods of old, they were not celestial rulers. They were ideas shaped by the minds of those who came before us. They existed because we allowed them to. Religions, they were not chains. They were constructs, blueprints for a world that needed order. Alchemy, it was never about gold. It was about transformation, not of metal, but of perception. The greatest deception ever designed was the belief that power exists outside of you. It does not. It never did. Everything, the myths, the faiths, the forbidden sciences, was a mirror, reflecting the one truth they never wanted you to see. Reality is yours to shape. What will you do with it? The final choice was never about which book to follow. It was about whether you needed a book at all. Because now you see, there is no path, no prophecy, no divine law. There is only the raw, terrifying freedom to create. Most will turn away. Most will retreat into the comfort of stories written by others. Because true freedom is not safe. But you are standing at the threshold of something greater. So tell me, will you step through? because once you do, there is no going back. So now you see it. The illusion wasn't just around you, it was inside you. Most will turn away. Will you? Or will you break free? Subscribe, think, question, transform. The choice is yours.